Hello and welcome to the Cineposium podcast. My name is Martin Ibarra Ramos.
And I'm Alex Apicella, the co-host.
And this is our first episode of our show. It's been in the works for a little while now, so we're really excited to get the show in motion and offer you guys some content to take in while you're all at home. So to give a little background on our organization, Cineposium is a graduate student organization at UCLA focused on film and media programming. We enable graduate students to practice curating and exhibiting various types of media in an academic setting. As such, the organization does not privilege one type of format, medium, or content, giving student programmers full autonomy to curate and exhibit media that relates to their academic or career interests. So to help us introduce our organization and our show, we also have with us Reed Williams, the chair of Cineposium. So hey, Reed.
Hey, Martin. Hey, Alex. Thank you for having me on the podcast and to share a little bit about our group. So like you mentioned, Martin, we started Cineposium really just because those of us interested in film programming wanted a chance to practice it, and there wasn't really an organization doing that on campus. So we started getting everything together back in the fall quarter of 2019. And then we even started programming and screening stuff in the winter quarter. So like Alex showed the Hills Have Eyes remake. Martin, I know you showed Cleo from 5 to 7. I had the chance to show Suburbia, Penelope Spheris kind of punksploitation movie. So we really, enjoyed doing these screenings and being able to share how they kind of aligned with our academic interests. And so I'm really excited that even though we can't do that in person now, that you're going to kind of explain how we're going to continue doing some remote film programming as an organization.
Right, exactly. So, given the current state of things in our country and the rest of the world regarding COVID-19, we are beginning to shift to remote film programming, as are a lot of other similar organizations and film programmers around LA, at least from what I've seen. So our plan is to post weekly film programs accessible through common streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, Shudder, Criterion Channel, Canopy, as well as YouTube and potentially other options as well. I think the hope is that a lot of the films we're going to program will be free to stream, but there may be occasions where some affordable rentals are offered as well. But a lot of the films I think that we plan to program will be available through multiple options. So that's what I think we're shooting for, to give you guys options and get a chance to get into some conversation remotely. So with that said, therefore, again, we're basically going to be posting a new episode of this podcast every week in conjunction with our programming. So we'll be announcing the show and I think also trying to give an opportunity for some conversation with you guys, as well as in conjunction with our social media. So to talk about our first and upcoming program, I'm going to let Alex.
Thank you, Martin.
Yeah.
So our first program will be announced on the week of April 10th, and it will be presented by Isabel Gold, who is a member of our chair board for Cineposium. So far, it's looking like we will be screening an Elephant Sitting Still 2018 film that can be found on the Criterion Channel and Canopy, and as an Amazon rental for $4.99.
Yeah, I know, just to jump in real quick, I've been excited to see this film. I know it came out kind of in 2019 and came to the States, or it came out in 2018 and then came to the States in 2019. And it looks really interesting. I know it's the director's first film and that he committed suicide shortly after releasing it. But I know it's been highly praised and it's supposed to be just a really interesting film. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching that and then hearing Isabel's thoughts on it and hearing anybody else's thoughts on it too.
Yes, I've never heard of it, so I'm personally very excited to see some elephants sitting still, if that is indeed what the movie is about.
I hope not, because it's almost like 4 hours long, I think. So if it's just like elephants sitting still for 4 hours, that may be a tough sit. But who knows?
Yeah, that might be a little tough. But at the same time, we've got a lot of time on our hands, so it might not be so bad. But I think I did also see that the film screened at Toronto International Film Festival, I believe. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. I'm excited. But yeah, I hadn't heard about it either. So I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm also excited to hear Isabel present it and highlight some points about it, and hopefully then we'll get into talking about it and I'll offer some more conversation for you guys. So with that said, I guess to reiterate, we'll be making announcements via this podcast as well as our social media for the foreseeable future. Our quarter lasts about at least 13 weeks, 12 weeks. And through the rest of that time, we'll be offering this remote programming and potentially further on as well. I mean, we may just enjoy doing it and just want to continue doing it anyway. So, with that said, lastly, I'll just say our intention is for this podcast to be accessible via Spotify and Apple Podcasts, maybe also Stitcher Radio as well. I'm going to be working on distributing this episode, so by the time you guys are hearing it, you'll likely already know how to access it, but we will, as new updates come, we'll be announcing that information via social media. So you can find us on Instagram at Cineposium, so that's at CinePosium. And we'll be, like I said, we'll be making announcements on where to find the podcast later on. All right, so I guess that about covers it for this introductory episode. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and please, we hope that you'll join us on this new journey that we're taking, and that you'll enjoy all the programming and content that we'll be putting out for you guys in the next couple months at least. So Alex and Reed, it was really great having you guys, and I'm looking forward to working with you on this project moving forward.
Yay! Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Until next time, you guys, stay safe and take care.